Hello everybody, this is Gwyneth Isaac speaking. This is just going to be hopefully a quick video, but it's something that I really care about a lot, so it might go a bit longer. Yeah, they had a talkback on the ABC radio this afternoon about parenting and fear, okay? About how parents are much more fearful these days for their children. They don't allow their children to have as much free, independent time as they used to. And I would say that's probably true because, I mean, they were basically, it was or from what I could tell, it was a promo for the show 9 Up. Okay? But what happened was, I did call into the talkback, but I wasn't put through to on air, basically because I was talking about fear and parenting. Now, anyone who has been following my YouTubes for any length of time knows that I've had my share of genuine fear with relation to parenting. With relation to my boys being stalked by pedophiles for 4 years, with 6 abduction attempts in that time, and also, since before my oldest son was born, repeated unwarranted harassment from the Families Department. I mean, I think I have lost count of how many times they have gotten on our tail for stupid, spurious things. Okay? I'm just so sick of them. I'm really, really fed up with them. They have made my life hell, the Families Department. And I lost count at about 6 or 8 reports. That has led to my parenting experience being really, really fearful. When I called through, I just wanted to say how a lot of parents have a lot of reason to be really, really afraid for their children. That's why they don't allow them great deals of freedom. Those fears, in my opinion, having done the research, are very, very well founded. Okay, I would say this isn't just my research, this is also Hummingbird 027. A number of years ago did an excellent video where she studied the number of pedophiles that actually live within 1.5 kilometres of schools. And it was absolutely horrific, the map that she was able to draw up. This is not any of my research. This is on YouTube, Hummingbird 027. It's quite an old video. It's about 2 or 3, 4 years old or something like that. But I remember seeing this video when I was having so much trouble in Geraldton, and it actually made me feel a bit better, like that I wasn't alone in these worries or fears or concerns. And of course the pedophiles who were stalking my children did live within 1.5 kilometres of their local primary school as well, and within 200 metres of where we were living. My experience of motherhood has been horrible because of that. I have been an excellent mother to my boys. I have endeavoured to allow them as much freedom as was humanly possible, and to quash the fear, to pray to God that nothing would happen to them, and nothing ever has, to be reasonably, to be reasonably sure of where they were at any given time without being a helicopter parent, because I believe that helicopter parenting is hugely dangerous. It stifles a child's development. But there's a lot of reasons for parents to be afraid. But as soon as I mentioned Families Department, the call screener from the ABC would not let me go on air. I only wanted to say what I'm saying now, which is that I've had a horrible experience of motherhood where I've had legitimate reason to be very, very afraid for my children. A lot of parents, I would say every parent, has a reason to be afraid for their children. It's normal, and it's healthy, and it's legitimate, but it is horrible. And it's just absolutely destroyed my experience of motherhood. And if anyone out there is watching this who has had anything to do with my kids being harassed by the Families Department or being stalked by pedophiles and having the police ignore the whole issue, I know that you have no conscience, because if you had a conscience, you would not have done what you did. But I ask you, please, to try and develop one. Because there is a God in the universe, and He is just. And one day you will have to stand before Him, and you will have to give an account of all your deeds, of the number of families that you have broken up, of the number of children's and parents' lives that you have destroyed. It was just hugely hard. It has been really, really hard being a mother. I'm glad that I had children. I love my boys, and I have done the very best to look after them. But I'm sorry that I have not been able to hide my pain from them. And sometimes they have seen me sit down and cry because of the stress, the fear, the pain that I have been through. If anyone here is watching this video who's been involved in either the Families Department harassment of my family or the pedophile stalking and associated police cover-up of my case, I hope you get a conscience. Because I know that my life is not the only life that you have destroyed. Stop and think about what you're doing. I really had to make this video. It's probably coming up close to 10 minutes, so I'd better sign off. I better go. You know, I've got things to do today. But if there's anyone who is either being stalked by pedophiles or the Families Department, you're not alone. Be courageous and you will win. You're doing the right thing and trying to protect your children. See you later.